A grainy black and white picture from 1931 shows a girl carrying a crucifix as a crowd bows before her, setting the tone for the film. After 10 years, we oppose Sister Narcissism civilly. She faces a bullet-riddled wall. Since this shuttered convent was present before the war, Sister Julia says nothing could hide its shame. After peace was restored, the Doses retook the facility and turned it into a school for poor girls. Sister Narcissa was told to stay until she notified Mother Superior of her arrival. A marble rolls towards her while she waits. Nothing is visible, so she takes the marble and places it aside. Sister Narcissa then meets Mother Superior, who is thrilled to hear her express her feelings. Sister Narcissa was called the Holy Girl of Parabosco for her resilience and encouragement during difficult times. Narcissa shyly confesses she barely remembers because she was so little. Mother Superior shares the surprising news that Sister Narcissa will take her eternal vows among them. This news surprises Narcissa. Julia tells Narcissa she will cover for her sister and niece. Later, Sister Narcissa finds a box in her room. She finds scissors and Sister's letters inside. Without effort, Sister Socorro is also photographed. Narcissa is surprised as the chair in front of her trembles and falls down. Then someone bangs on her door. She goes outside to look but finds no one. However, she finds a wall drawing. Narcissa goes to the confession box the next day to tell her father that her self-doubt has made her rethink her vows. Father wants to know if the Blessed Mother urged her to swear. She clarifies that she chose alone. Villagers who had traveled far to meet her bombarded her with questions. She hoped that if she could escape for a while and live a tranquil life, she could return to her father's assurance that he had given her a special gift and a purpose on earth. She can discover her mission by praying and sacrificing. Then Narcissa probes. But imagine she could only see her desires. Could the Blessed Mother be what she saw? Father tells her she's lost after their conversation. She enters the classroom and greets everyone. Rosa watches Narcissa write her name on the board. Narcisse gets angry and scolds the rowdy students. Rosa raises her hand to exit. Narcissa discovers Rosa urinated when she questions about the situation. Narcissa let Rosa's sister Alvarada leave after she begged. Mother Superior subsequently shows a scrapbook snapshot of her being crowned a bride of Christ that day. She says she would have danced cabaret had she not chosen to serve God. However, their wonderful Lord didn't design for this servant. After showing her niece and sister pictures, Mother Superior enters to get something. Narcissa finds sister photos in the scrapbook while away. But then she notices the album is missing one page. Later, she gazes at Sister Sakharov's chamber photo, knocking the chair over again. As Narcissa puts the chair back, the door knocks. As she approaches the door, someone wails. However, opening it yields nothing. A marble fragment on the floor slips to one side before disappearing into the darkness, capturing her attention. Following it, Narcissa discovers a basement full with antiques and sculptures. When she opens a cotton bag, she sees a hand. Then she tells Mother Superior what she found. Sister Julia questions her cellar entry motivation. Narcisse says she feared a female was hiding there after hearing a disturbance. However, she doesn't know why she went. Undisputedly, Mother Superior claims Mary directed her. The hand may be St. Martha's, which was lost in the battle, she says. Since those instances, the place has altered tremendously, she says. However, Narcissa's arrival makes it miraculous. Nighttime, Narcissa monitors the sister site. Ferrario tells her the girls messed up the order while working late. She gives Narcisse a sweet sample and encourages her to eat it all. She then insists that Narcisse eat another dessert, saying they're usually eaten together. Even this serious, unexpected behavior startles Narcissa. She takes the candy. Mr. Secretarial laughs oddly. As she chokes, Narcissa's lips reveal Sister Sanrio's eyes. A nightmare, though. Later, two young women come and gush over her hair. They did it to others and will do it to her as a nun. The second girl quickly pulls the first girl away from the wall drawing she is staring at. She arrives at class later and asks why few kids are there. They say it's washing day. As she leaves, Rosa and Almereda tell her the school does laundry for donors. After that, Narcissa asks Rosa about yesterday's lesson. Rosa says she was afraid when she wrote her name on the chalkboard. Algeria interrupts her and changes the subject. Since the nuns are praying in the church, Narcissa realizes her prayer beads are off. They disintegrate and become viscous. She then stares at a woman on the floor beside her, who hovers in midair. Narcissa is horrified to discover the woman is her. However, Sister Julia requests to lead the girls' nightly prayers. She returns after prayers to see the girls dancing in their room. She becomes angry and attempts to turn off the radio, but one of the girls tells her they're not doing anything wrong. Narcissa tells them it's late and they should sleep. Narcissa eventually dances with them after being persuaded. She prays with them, then leaves. Rosa and her husband make noises in the bathroom later that night. Narcissa intentionally hurts herself to gain insight and determination. Women pray to God to reveal himself and guide them spiritually, even as it helps her resist temptation. Rosa is surprised when the bathtub tap goes on automatically while scissors are on the floor. Anna Marie appears after taking the sisters' hands. After leaving the bathroom, the bathtub water starts moving, worrying them both. Rosa sees a hair in the drain hole as she examines the bathtub. Narcissa sees a nun and hears voices, causing the chair to fall again. They're shocked by a girl's cries as Sister Julia enters as Rosa picks up the hairs. Alvarado tells Narcissa the child cut her hair, and she rushes to Marina's room to see her crying. Julia arrives and reassures Rosa that her deeds are forgivable. Narcisse asked Rosa where she got scissors. Rosa says the girl was responsible and did nothing wrong. The girl pleaded for aid in the restroom after emerging from the water, appearing to be drowning. Sister Julia puts Narcisse back into her chamber. When Narcissa opens the box in her room, the scissors are gone. Sister Socorro died in 1936, and Narcisse visits her tomb the next morning. After checking the closet and discovering Rosa gone from class, Narcissa finds Rosa trapped in a basement prison. Rosa says Sister Julia has ordered her to fast until she sees reason, even though Narcissa brought food. Rosa claims the scissors were in the toilet, but Narcisse begs her to confess. When Narcisse was asked about the girl, what Rosa says is immaterial, she says. Annie no longer believed her when she stated she wanted the truth after hearing about her sister. Rosa claims the girl's ghost is about, so don't touch her pictures or play with her. Sister Annie drew the final line on A to prove nothing would happen. Annie's name was deleted while the girl wrote hers. When Narcissa asks Rosa what wrote her name, Rosa explains it implies being cast. Mother Superior said her niece's sister would have loved to wear it on her most special day. Why does Sister Annie leave? Narcisse asks. She panicked. Mother Superior replies that the girls are daydreaming due to their free time. Everyone would have benefited from Sister in strong discipline. She advises Narcisse not to follow her. She then goes to get Sister Marcella to measure her. Narcissus imagines herself in the outfit but realizes the veil is around her neck, choking her. Her garment draws in and shreds as she attempts to escape. Her consciousness returns suddenly. But seeing the sketch on the wall makes her feel more intimidated. Rosa leaves the classroom before Narcissa can grasp what's occurring because something frightens her. Algeria points at the whiteboard without their knowledge. It surprises Narcissa to see Rosa's name on it. Narcissa tells Rosa she trusts her during a visit. In addition to requesting aid seeing Rosa, she says Rosa saw her. With the artwork, she promises to protect Rosa. Narcissa looks around and finds no one else, so they finish drawing. She advises Rosa to see for herself that nothing has changed. Once more, the chair falls. Rosa swears that no one is in the room when Narcissa turns around. Rosa begs to stay still, she's behind her. Despite popular assumption, it's not a girl speaking. As Narcissa cannot hear her, she turns to ask what she is saying. But Rosa is gone when she looks back. Despite her desperate search, Narcissa cannot find Rosa. After that, she begs Algeria to help her find Rosa. Sister Julia warns Narcissa that if she believes Rosa's falsehoods, things will get worse. After everything, Narcissa still believes in the girl, the drawings, and everything else. Sister Julia says Narcissus just likes secrets and media attention, not devotion. She sends Narcissa away because she thinks vowing is immoral. The passages were said silently by Narcisse. Algeria tells Rosa she's been treated like a sister or niece. Narcissa suspects Rosa hid due to fear. Therefore, they must keep seeking for her. They hear Rosa's confessional prayer unexpectedly. The room is empty, and the door closes behind her, and Algerian goes for rescue. She hears her father ask if she's experiencing a nightmare from across the room. Her only goal is to find Rosa, she says. According to her father, she exploited the unfortunate child to learn. Narcissa says she must leave this darkness. In a two-tone voice, someone says she can always see without her eyes. Who's that? Astonished, Narcissa wonders. She claims to know his identifier as she goes through it. After then, a crowd of interested onlookers rushes into the confession room to grab her, but she escapes. After she leaves, the confession box whispers continue. Rosa hanging on the doorknob horrifies her when it opens. Sister Julia told Narcissa at Rosa's funeral that Rosa trusted her, but she is dead. She may have prevented this disaster by paying attention to her. After leaving the monastery, Narcissa crashes her chair in her room to release her anger. A solar eclipse is coming. Sister Julia observes her kneeling and extending. Something strange happens in Narcissus's eyes due to her eclipse obsession. As Sister Julia shields them from the eclipse, she touches Narcissa's cheek and advises Narcissa to look away from the sun. In Narcissa's visions, something amazing happens. She witnesses the continent's destruction and artifact theft during the conflict. She also witnesses a man having an immoral nun encounter. Sister Julia comforts her as she suddenly awakens. Sister Julia is surprised that Narcissa doesn't feel discomfort from the torches. Sister Julia is informed by Narcissus what she observed during the war. Sister Julia says the demon can't affect her thoughts anymore and begs her to leave peacefully after informing her she can't know anything. Narcissa asks Sister Socorro about her anxiety to start a discussion. She then orders her to get a cigar box from the closet. She asks her to open it and find a photo of Sister Socorro, which she demands. Sister Socorro's crimes got her pregnant. The nuns agreed that the daughter born into this situation could never leave the monastery. Every nun knew. Noises start as Narcissa rinses her eyes after removing the bandages. Narcissa is surprised to see Sister Socorro, the nun approaching her, when she turns around. Sister Socorro touches a flower to Narcissa, bringing back visions. Her visions also see nuns forcibly separating Sister Socorro from her daughter. Sister Socorro insisted on taking his ailing daughter to the hospital, so the nuns locked her in her room. They lowered her temperature in the tub. While doing this, she hit her head on the bathtub, and Sister Socorro and the Saint Chair knew of her death instantly. Perfectly selfish. After hearing Sister Sakharov's terrifying story, she is furious and remembers Sister Socorro's plea for help. What she sees when she opens the door is horrifying. As she wakes up, Sister Socorro laughs wickedly. Sister Julia is praying in front of her, which frightens her. Narcissa told Sister Julia that Sister Socorro unlocked the door. She fled as Sister Julia questioned her activities. She meets Sister Julia in person. Her name is on the chalkboard when she returns to class after leaving again. Sister Socorro suffocates Mother Superior when she looks inside the bathtub after Sister Sakura's daughter disappears. Result: Mother Superior dies. Sister Julia gets horribly killed by a sculpture today. The camera returns to blurry black and white as Sister Socorro removes her daughter from the tub. Sister Narcissa, now aged, joins the film in 1991. Literature teacher in Veronica's class. Self-proposed name Sister Death. The film ends with Sister Narcissa smiling at Veronica. If you like the chills, please subscribe. Comment to express your ideas and keep the intrigue. Leave and see you later.